So the man was complaining yesterday, and I think he's got a point. He's like, listen, I'm old. I don't need to be monkey junking around with all these stupid apps. I don't even know what an app is for the most part. I don't need a lot of apps cluttering up my phone. I have the history of my life in photos and videos clogging up my phone. I don't need a bunch of apps. But they're trying to get me to get an app so I could get a free McDonald's sandwich. Subway says I could get 50% off if I download their app and continuously check in with the app. Why are they trying to get you to do stuff that you don't naturally do? Business is supposed to accommodate, what the people want. You don't try to force the people into wanting something. What the people already want, you meet that need. You're a good or service, whatever you say, but you're trying to meet demand. You're not trying to create demand. I guess some people create demand, but what they're trying to do is they're trying to eliminate humans. Pretty soon, all they want is a robotic McDonald's where you have to order through an app and you drive there in a smart car that you're not even steering, and a robot hands you out your McDonald's sandwich. I mean, it's the worst. It's the pits. I don't want to do apps. I don't even know how to do an app. It's a big, confusing bunch of bull crap. But the worst is those freaks over at Lowe's. Lowe's instituted a couple years ago, the self-checkout. Listen, at Lowe's, I'm buying a bunch of paint. I want to ask a question about a whatchamacallit, or a thingamajig. I got to get some information. I got to understand. Sometimes you have a LCR, an LAR, whatever it's called, and you're tax exempt. I don't know how to punch all them keys and figure all that bull crap out. You go to Lowe's, and now all of a sudden there's 3 or 4 self-checkouts, and they turn the lights off on 2 or 3 of the, regular checkouts. This is a really perplexing thing. Every time I go into Lowe's, there's less and less lights turned out, like 1 lane, 2 lane, used to be lit up, 3, 4. Now you're lucky if you get 1 lane lit up, but the whole self-checkout is open. I'm like, I don't want to do self-checkout. Everybody's standing in a long snake in line through the teller checkout, or the whatever you call the cashier checkout. The lady's standing there, punching the keys for you, processing you through, telling you to sign here, sign there, and putting your stuff in a bag and telling you have a nice day. Now all of a sudden, they got 2 or 3 or 4 ladies standing over there in the self-checkout to kind of help people who can't figure out how to do the self-checkout. The worst part is, I walk into Lowe's. This is the man. The man's bitching and complaining. He says, I walk into Lowe's and there's not a single lane of the regular lane. There's not a single light lit up for the regular checkout. It's dark, and no one's manning the regular checkout lanes. And you got 3 or 4 ladies standing over there cackling, talking to each other like a bunch of hens, basically looking at their own phones, supposedly there to help anybody who can't handle doing the self-checkout. So you have self-checkout assist ladies, and little these ladies know they're working themselves right out of a job. The day they make us and brainwash us and dictate to us that we all have to go through the self-checkout, all them ladies that are cackling over there and having a good time doing nothing, looking at you like you're idiotic mokes, they're all going to be out of a job. They're all going to be out on the street. They'll be laughing then. The man says, I walk in there, and I got to do a tax-exempt thing. I don't even know how to do it. And they're all them ladies. I say, hey, can somebody come over here? I'm trying to get some Duracell batteries. I'm like, can somebody come over here and help me check out? She goes, nah, you can go all the way down to the far end where they check out at the lumber. I said, the lumber? Sometimes you got a guy in there buying some French doors. It takes him 45 minutes, a bunch of plywood, a bunch of 2x4s. You could stand in that line for 45 minutes. I'm trying to get some Duracell batteries. Can't you give me some help? Can't you step over here for a minute? She's like, nah, you can walk down there at the other end and stand in line down there at the lumber yard, check out down there if you want. But no, you got to go through the self-checkout. I was like, ooh, these ladies burn me up. They're standing around looking at their phones, cackling, having a high old time, and they refuse to even help you. And Lowe's, I got a bone to pick with you. You know what I did, Lowe's? I put my batteries down and I walked out in a huff, and I ain't been back. Hey, Lowe's, you think you can dictate to me that I got to go through your self-checkout? Screw you, Lowe's. I quit you. You know what I do? I go down to the Ace Hardware. They ain't trying to do that down at Ace Hardware. They still know how to do customer service down there. So Lowe's, Abafungu. And here I come, Lanes. Get ready for all my business. And Lowe's, I ain't gonna give you a red cent.